A group that keeps track of school shootings in America says there have been 240 since 2013, about one a week, including one last week at a high school near Spokane, Washington. Some teachers believe the answer is to arm themselves. Others strongly disagree. Nikki Batiste has been looking into this.
Drop your gun!
This is the point of view of an elementary school principal firing at a mock gunman during a simulated school shooting. He's one of more than 1,000 educators from 12 states to take this 3-day firearms course in rural Ohio called Faster Saves Lives.
Nicely done.
He says hitting these targets is preparation for protecting his students.
When I walk down the halls, I actually think about where would I go? How would I react? You remembered you left something in your van, so you're going to go over to the van and get it, and you're going to go back into school, which is right over there.
Most here asked us to protect their identities, including this middle school teacher. She keeps her 9mm handgun on her during class.
Do you have the mindset to actually shoot a shooter, and what if it's one of your students?
You have to know the important thing is to eliminate the threat and do that at all costs.
Scenario start!
I'm gonna kill you guys!
Instructors test participants on taking down a gunman and treating wounds.
Somebody's hurt over here!
Funded by a pro-gun group and donations, the training is free and began after the massacre at Sandy Hook Elementary School nearly 5 years ago.
I'm a second grade teacher at Sandy Hook School.
Abby Clement's 19 students survived, and now she is one of a dozen Newtown teachers fighting to keep guns out of classrooms.
Never in a million years would I have guessed that one response to what happened in our town would be to arm teachers. It's absurd. God, can you imagine if children were hurt by you in that situation? How would you live with yourself?
In fact, we saw just that scenario play out in this simulated classroom.
During this training, I saw one person shoot what would have been a student in a scenario. When you see that, does it make you second guess this choice to have guns in schools?
No. It's an accident. We might take one, but we might have saved 30, 40 other kids.
Who carries a weapon on them in their classrooms or in their schools?
For this group, carrying a gun in school is optional. Some parents don't know their child's teacher is armed, but others do.
For parents who might support this idea, if you could speak to one, what would you say?
I would say that I understand that you're afraid. I'm afraid too. We have a problem with gun violence in this country, but more guns is not the answer.
The director of the training we visited says all participants must pass the same firearms test required to become a police officer in Ohio, where they only need 80% accuracy to pass. But teachers in this training are held to 90%. So far, Anthony, about 30 educators have failed.
Nikki Batiste making her debut on the CBS Evening News. Welcome, Nikki, and thanks.
Thank you.